Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. Here in this particular video, we are going to discuss about PowerShell. What is exactly the PowerShell and some beginner's guide, like there is a difference between PowerShell 5 and 7, and also some basic features and what is the use case for especially automation for DevOps, DevSecOps and CI/CD automation, why it is useful. We are going to discuss about that in this particular video. And without further ado, let's enter into the video. First of all, what is PowerShell? Let's say if you wanted to run some command, you can use this particular PowerShell to run that particular command, where we can say task management, task automation, and it was designed by Microsoft, and it was based on .NET, and it includes a command line shell, scripting languages, and configuration frameworks. Okay, and now the PowerShell 5 was .NET framework, and PowerShell 7 was .NET Core, where it will works in cross platforms. I will discuss about that also in some time. If we talk about the importance of PowerShell, where we can use for system administration and cloud management, we can use, and for automation purpose, especially into your DevOps and DevSecOps, SRE, different roles it can be useful. And PowerShell 5 supports only for Windows system only. In PowerShell 7, it will support for cross platforms like Linux, Mac OS, and Ubuntu, like that. And these are the future scope of PowerShell. We can use for CI/CD pipelines, cloud automation, where it supports for cross platforms also, and it can be used for Azure Cloud, AWS, and Kubernetes automation, and it can be integrated with various tools like Terraform, Ansible, and Jenkins. Okay, and we can perform the task in that particular tools by using the PowerShell command. And these are the some basics of PowerShell, where installation and setup we can say. PowerShell 5 is pre-installed on Windows by defaultly. PowerShell 5, if you purchase no laptop, it will be defaultly available. If you wanted to install your PowerShell 7, you can install from official downloads page, or else go to the GitHub. There will be in resources, you can select the PowerShell version and download that, and you can also choose the like operating system. Anyway, it works in any of the cross platforms. Okay, and these are the some basic commands in PowerShell, where for checking a version, sorry, one moment. Yeah, for checking a version, this was the command $ps version table dot ps version. Okay, where it will create a small table, and it will get a version ID. Okay, and these are the this is the command get hyphen child item listing files from directories. And for running a script, this was the command. You need to go to the particular path by using cd command, and dot / script, whatever the script name is there. .ps1 was the extension of the PowerShell script. Okay, and for variables and data types, this was the like format of for declaring variables. Okay, dollar name equals to name in the double quotation, and dollar number equals to number, just. Okay, this is for declaring variables. And this is the conditional statement. Let's say if you wanted to use if condition statement in PowerShell, let's say if you wanted to the problem statement was you need to check if the number is greater than 5 or less than 5. If it is greater than 5, we need to print a greater than 5. If it is less than 5, if we need to print less than or equals to 5. Okay, now the statement is like this: if brackets, and in that dollar number hyphen gt in the sense greater than, we can change the condition also, less than also hyphen ls. Okay, and 5, and we can, for writing output, we need to mention in the flower bracket write hyphen output, and in the double quotation whatever the command we need to write, else write output whatever the command we need. Okay, that was the conditional statement. And this was the loops. Let's say if you wanted to execute a for loop, let's say I is equal to 1 and I less than or equals to 5 till the number, insert a number is less than or equals to 5, we need to increase the 1. Okay, and till how many iterations it will do based on the number whatever the we are going to insert. Okay, and this is the function declaration. Okay, let's say if you wanted to declare a greet user function, and this is the format, and we can use the function in the upcoming in the same script in different cases. If you wanted to use, means we can use them. And script files and execution policy. PowerShell script files have a .ps1 extension, as I already said, and execution policy was this one. Okay, this is the command set hyphen execution policy remote signed. We need to use this particular thing for executing the policy. Okay, if you not going to use this particular command and directly execute, then it will say not digitally not signed. Okay, and working with models, installing module in the sense there is a pre libraries or some modules packages will be there. We can directly going to use that in our script. Okay, install module hyphen name az hyphen force hyphen allow clover. Okay, and importing module, this was the way to import a module, import hyphen module az, and this is for error handling. And this is the some important we can say difference between PowerShell 5 and PowerShell 7. These were the features. Let's say PowerShell 5 supports for only Windows, and as I said, PowerShell 7 supports for cross platforms like Windows, Linux OS, Mac OS, like that. Performance is slow in PowerShell 5, and there is a improvised performance in 7. And .NET framework is used in PowerShell 5. .NET Core is used in PowerShell 7. There is a parallel processing was limit for each object. Parallel feature is available in 7. New operators are not available, and there is some new operators added in the PowerShell 7. And pipeline chain operation is not available in 5. And pipeline in the sense let's say and statement pipeline where we can denote or. Okay, and native JSON support is limited for 5, and net convert from JSON improvements is done in 7. Okay, and this was the example for parallel processing in PowerShell 7, where we need to use a pipe symbol. Okay, where it will performs the same task in at same time. Okay, and this was the use cases of automation and for especially DevOps. Let's say if you wanted to manage Azure resources using a PowerShell, we need to use the command connect hyphen az account, Azure account it will connect, get hyphen az resource group. CI pipeline automation can be used, where we can integrate with Jenkins, GitLab CI, GitHub Actions, Azure DevOps, and we can run a PowerShell script. We can use for configuration management also. Let's say a DSC, a desired state configuration for infrastructure management, especially Terraform. Container management, let's say PowerShell for Docker, Kubernetes for managing your containers. And this was the I can conclude by using these particular points. PowerShell is very essential for automation of DevOps and cloud operations, and learning PowerShell 7 is recommended due to the cross-platform supports and better performance. And these were the future learning. PowerShell core modules, advanced scripting, logging, debugging, integrating with APIs and databases. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good information from this video. If you are a DevOps or DevSecOps in this particular space in any cloud, then it is very much recommended to learn and to gain certain knowledge in the PowerShell. Why? Because interviewers definitely ask, and it will be going to help us to automate the task. Okay, stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.